Let's be real. Every single day, we are absolutely bombarded with financial news. Stock tickers, market predictions, crypto booms, crypto bust. It's just this constant stream of information. So how much of that is just noise? And where do you find the real signal? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today.
I mean, does this feel familiar to you? You open your phone, you turn on the TV, and it's just this endless flood of data. It's so easy to feel like you're drowning in headlines, completely lost about what actually deserves your attention.
And here's why it feels that way. It's not just one thing, right? It's markets and pre-markets, currencies, crypto, bonds, the economy, tech, politics, what the White House is doing. I mean, look at this list. It just goes on and on and on. It is a non-stop 24/7 cycle coming at you from every single direction.
So here's the thing. We're not just dealing with a little bit of info, we're dealing with a fire hose of data. The challenge isn't a lack of information, it's a lack of focus. The key is to stop trying to drink from that fire hose and instead find the right tap. So let's look at a couple of different ways to do exactly that.
All right, first up, let's talk about what I'm calling the broad approach. Think of this as the perfect strategy for anyone who wants to be generally informed about the business world, but without getting totally lost in the weeds. And you know who nails this? Morning Brew. I mean, look at their tagline. The promise is so simple, but so powerful. Efficiency. Give them just a few minutes of your day, and they'll get you up to speed with the highlights you need to know. And just look at the sheer variety here. 1 minute you're reading about OpenAI making an AI movie, the next you're on to Apple's latest gadget, and then suddenly it's a survey about capitalism or news that Howard Stern isn't retiring. See? This approach covers everything from Wall Street to Silicon Valley, and yeah, even a little pop culture. It's all designed to keep you in the loop on the big conversations happening out there.
So let's put a name on this. We can call this category the Daily Digest. Its whole goal is general awareness. It's got to be quick, it's often kind of witty or has a bit of a fun tone, and it gives you that perfect snapshot of what people are talking about in the big picture business world.
But okay, what if you need more than that? What if general awareness isn't enough because you're actually investing and you need to know what's moving the markets? Well, that brings us to our second model, the deep approach.
And here we go again with a perfect tagline, this time from Finimize. The focus shifts immediately, doesn't it? This isn't just about being smart in general. It's about investing smart. The mission and who they're talking to is crystal clear right from the get-go.
And what's really clever is how they structure it. Finimize doesn't just throw news at you, the what's happening part. They immediately give you the insight, as in why you, the investor, should care. And then, and this is crucial, they add the research, the analysis on how you might actually take action. It's a very deliberate path from information to application.
And boom, this right here is where you see the difference in black and white. On the left, you've got Morning Brew connecting a media personality to the market with a super catchy, pun-filled headline. Fun, right? But then look at the right. Finimize is focused on something way more specific, way more technical, the movement of Indian bonds because of looming inflation data. We're talking two totally different universes here.
So we can call this second model the investor briefing. The whole game here is expert-led analysis. It's all about distilling complex financial news down to what's actually relevant for someone making investment decisions. The goal isn't breadth. It's all about depth and being able to act on the information. Okay, so we've got the Daily Digest for broad awareness on one hand and the investor briefing for deep analysis on the other. So how do you actually apply this? How do you pick what's right for you? Well, it really comes down to a super simple three-step process. First, you've got to define your goal. Are you just trying to stay informed for conversations at work, or are you actively managing a portfolio? Second, know the source. Is its vibe broad and witty, or is it deep and analytical? And finally, step 3, filter out the noise. Consciously choose the stream that actually serves your goal and just let the rest go.
You know, in the world we live in today, the winner isn't the person who consumes the most information. No way. The winner is the person who consumes the right information for what they need to do. It's always about quality and relevance, not quantity. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. What do you need? A daily digest for general awareness, an investor briefing for taking action, or maybe some kind of mix of both? Understanding the landscape is that huge first step. But the real question is, how are you going to intentionally design a news diet that actually empowers you instead of just overwhelming you?